Good afternoon and welcome to Lewden's webinar on isolation switches and switch fuses. This is specifically made for installers, so we'll be starting in just a couple of minutes. While everyone joins, we'll give it another, I'd say, good 60 to 90 seconds. Okay, so until then, let me quickly introduce you. So we'll be starting, we will be starting soon, but let me quickly introduce you. Today's session is designed with the UK installers and wholesalers in mind. So less textbook, more real-world knowledge from our on-site, on-field team, which is our sales team. As you see Sam and Hazel in front of you, they will walk you through the complete Lewden isolation range, which and share installer-first features. And they'll also talk about how to choose the right solution quickly on site or at the counter. Now, this session should last about 25 to 30 minutes, just over if that. At the end, we'll have time for live Q&A. However, if the time permits, we will also entertain questions after each section or slide. Now, if you've got questions about selection, compliance, stock availability, please drop them in as we go in the chat box down below. If Sam and Hazel are not sure of the answers, our tech team is also present in chat, so they will drop in if the questions are not. Yeah, so we've got technical support everywhere, as we always do. Now, because this is Lewden, expect it to feel more like a conversation rather than a lecture. So two of our sales team, again, over to you, Sam and Hazel. They will be our hosts today. And okay, before, I'm so sorry, I give it to you. They spend most of their week either on site with contractors or in branch with the wholesalers. So you'll get best of both worlds.
Thank you, Jazia. Afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Sam, and I look after the customer engagement and partnerships. So I spend most of my time with contractors and project teams, helping specify and value engineer Lewden electrical products into projects.
Hi, and I'm Hazel. I focus on strengthening our wholesale partnerships. So basically, if you're in a wholesaler branch, it's my job to make sure that Lewden products are on the shelf, easy to find, and backed with the right support.
So Hazel makes sure that you can buy the isolators at our local stockists, and obviously I make sure that you know why you're buying them and why you should.
Yeah, exactly. And today we're talking all things isolation switches and switch fuses. Now, it's no death by PowerPoint, don't worry. It's just a proper chat about what works, what doesn't, and why the range matters to you.
Brilliant.
Okay, so let's start with the basics. Why does isolation matter? For installers, it's peace of mind, safety first, compliance with the regs, and confidence on site.
Brilliant. And from a contractor's perspective, isolation is what keeps a project moving. When you've got multiple trades working on site, and on some occasions, distance between panels, proper lock-off means nobody's playing Russian roulette with live gear.
Exactly. Plus, a good isolator avoids callback. Nobody wants it to be rushed fit that fails inspection later down the line.
Totally agree, Hazel. And if you've ever been in a call out at 11 p.m. because someone couldn't find the switch, you know why it's clear for markings and they matter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, what's the difference from some people still confuse a switch with an isolator? A switch is very controlled, designed to safely make and break current under load. An isolator is for safety, ensuring a circuit is completely de-energized before maintenance and should only be operated off load. In short, switches, control isolators and protection and compliance.
Absolutely. And for those of you that know your regulations off by heart, BS 7671 spells it out for you. Now, these devices can do 3 jobs: isolation, functional switching, and emergency switching.
And I see contractors on site assuming all red and yellow handles are the same, but the symbol tells you whether it's rated for on-load isolation.
Sam, we all know that you love your regs and symbols, but a wholesaler counter, Sparkies often just ask a simpler question. Will it switch off my motor safely? They don't want the textbook thrown at them. They just want the straight answer.
So fair enough. So the straight answer is yes. Lewden's isolators are tested and rated to do the job, from small HVAC to heavy plant machinery.
Cool. So here's the big picture. We've got electricity isolation between meters and consumer units, switch disconnectors in technopolymer, aluminium, mild steel, GRP, stainless steel, and fire rated. And then we have the fused options for isolation and protection.
So whether you're working on a domestic or retail unit or a factory line, one range covers the lot.
Yeah, and if I've done my job correctly, one wholesaler shelf.
I'm sure you have. I'm sure you have. Right. So basically, electrical isolation units, these are meter side units and up to 100 amps, either double pole or 4-pole, with ABS enclosures and interlocking covers.
And as you can see, they're neat, compliant, and keep the DNO happy, which means less grief on site.
Less grief means you finish the job quicker and you get paid sooner. That's the bit contractors care about.
Yeah, it's about the money for sure. So let's start with our technopolymer switch disconnectors. It's your everyday workhorse. So they range from 16 up to 100 amp. They are IP65, AC23 amp, and they're perfect for your HVAC units, fans, and small motors.
And the thing that counts for contractors is that enclosures, our enclosures at Lewden are wider than average, which means easier wiring, no fighting to bend cables into tight corners.
Absolutely. And the handles are lockable in the off position, which is proper site safety.
No more padlocking with a mate spanner or some duct tape.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously that's important, isn't it? Because, you know, they're working away from the units. You know, they might be in a separate room. They don't want someone coming in and switching off.
Switching it off while they're working.
Absolutely.
Right. So I'm going to interrupt you, interrupt the flow. I'm sorry for that, but we've got a few questions coming up in the Q&A section. Let me remind you, everyone who's in there, if you're unable to use the chat box, please use the Q&A section to drop in your questions. So I will be taking up a few questions at random. I hope that's okay, Hazel and Sam.
We'll do what we can.
So we'll start with a question that's been dropped in by Billy Clark. Do these switches come pre-wired, or do they have to assemble the auxiliary contacts themselves?
Yeah, well, obviously, the auxiliary contacts are add-ons, so they would.
Yeah, so they wouldn't be pre-wired when they're arriving. But the good thing about Lewden is, if they would like to have them pre-wired, we do have a custom build division, which can do bespoke build.
Yeah,
and that's one of the advantages with Lewden's custom build.
Absolutely.
But the answer was no.
They don't come.
They don't come in with auxiliary contacts. Yes, if you do need them, just drop in your inquiries with Sam and Hazel after the webinar, and then we'll get you sorted.
Yep.
Yes. So next one's from Moses. So it says, if these isolators are used for functional switching too, or just for isolation?
So just for isolation.
Oh, they're just for isolation. No, let me read that out. I think it's me that's read it out wrong. Moses is asking if our isolator range can be used for functional switching only, or for isolation.
For both, yes. So for all functions, yes, for emergency, functional, and for maintenance.
Okay, lovely. I think we've got about that many questions. Let me have a look. I'm going to refresh if we have any more questions in there. Yes, there's one more question. Moses again is asking, what's the quickest way to tell if an isolator is on load rated?
By the markings.
Yeah.
So there would be clear indication markings on your isolating switches.
Yeah, all of our boxes have them written on the side. There's a little sticker on there that has all of the ratings on.
That's correct.
Because let's face it, the instructions have gone. They've been thrown away.
Yeah. I mean, and to add on to that, we've got data sheets available on the Lewden website. So for every product, if you are someone who's not bought the product yet, you're looking to buy or inquire, you need ratings, current ratings or standards, everything's available on Lewden website. Log on to www.lewden.co.uk and explore the product range we've got to offer. Yeah, I think we will now get back to the questions later, resume with our slides.
Fabulous. Okay, so if we move on to the die-cast aluminium switch disconnectors. So these are for your harsher environments. Think your washdown units or industrial. Aluminium housing gives you that IP67 protection.
And the good thing about having modular add-ons like auxiliary contacts and neutral blocks, contractors love that flexibility on the bigger installs.
See, and also from the wholesaler point of view, we stock fewer variants if one base unit can take add-ons. It makes the shelf space easier.
True. And it makes the project spec easier. On a one-line item, expandable later, It's just a win-win.
Absolutely. And Sam, I just want to loop back to that modular add-ons. We've had discussions about this recently,
Yeah.
like even in the last couple of days, because it's important, right?
Mhm.
Like that flexibility is there.
Correct. So you're right. People don't always think about that next job.
Mm.
But with our units, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
There is that opportunity to expand.
Absolutely.
Well, sorry, before you go on, someone's actually dropped me a question anonymously in the private view. I don't know how they managed to do that, but kudos, man. They say we get a lot of call outs where the isolator is actually hidden behind the ducting. So does Lewden offer any surface mounted options?
Oh yeah, I mean all of ours are surface mounted. I don't think that we do anything that is
Flush mounting?
Flush mounted, no, but
maybe
again,
that's something that.
But again, going back to the uniqueness of having a bespoke department,
Yeah.
a custom build, yes, we don't. But if it's an inquiry that someone hands, we would hand that inquiry over to custom build,
Yeah.
and they could see whatever
So the
custom build
best fit
solution.
solution we can offer.
Absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, these things need to be visible. That's
Yes.
for safety.
But as a standard, no.
Yeah.
But that's the nice thing about having a custom build division is that we always like to look at these things.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I'm sorry to.
No, that's super fine. We can move on.
So basically, switch disconnectors, mild steel. These are in big plants from 32 amps to 125 amps. IK rated at 10, obviously IP rated 65. So with that IK 10, you get a very high impact rating.
Absolutely. And again, those doors are interlockable and padlock lockable. So there's no shortcuts and it's proper compliance.
Plus they're steel, so they feel like a real bit of kit,
Yeah, nice.
not just plastic.
Yeah. So moving on to the stainless steel and GRP units. So these are for your heavy duty jobs. So it's anything up to 630 amp. You would use your GRP for chemical resistance and stainless steel for durability.
Okay, well, these are what you would spec for incomers on a serious plant.
Mhm.
It's about giving electricians confidence that switch won't crumble under stress.
And let's face it, if it does crumble, it wasn't one of ours.
Wasn't ours.
Okay.
So fire rated isolators. Sorry, did you want to ask a question there?
If you're okay, just quickly
Yeah,
on
yeah.
in. We do have one. I think Billy and Moses are the ones are the heaviest users of isolators.
Okay.
Okay, so Moses is asking if the handles on these isolators, I mean, pretty much any from our range,
Mhm.
are lockable in both on and off positions, or is it isolated to one?
Yeah.
What is it all about?
Well, obviously, all are always lockable in the off position.
Correct.
Like we said earlier, that's what's important, that the electrician can actually switch things off
In the
safely,
off position.
keep it in the locked position, that no one else is going to come in and turn it on by mistake while he's working on the power around the corner.
Correct.
But there are some, I mean, having a quick look, there are some that you can lock in the on position. It's not a regular thing.
It's not a reg, but it is certain requirements that have done
Yeah.
special requirements. Maybe a hospital, maybe in a surgery area.
Yeah.
But the answer is always in the off position.
Yeah, but by all means, have a look at the data sheets. We'll speak to the technical team afterwards, and yeah, we can let you know which one it is that is lockable in the on position, if that's what you need.
Yeah,
for sure.
Another one, I think this is quite an interesting one because this is going to help our audience choose the right solution for them. Billy is asking if there is a strong or like a big difference between the aluminium and the steel and the stainless steel units with reference to, of course, application durability and obviously regs if that's what you have on top of your head. If not, then just application.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, your aluminium ones are going to be quite a different use compared to your stainless steel.
Yeah, you're gonna. The aluminium is obviously very hazardous areas, but then your stainless steel and your heavy metal is in very industrial planted areas.
Yes, or it's going to be outdoors for your GRP units, that
Correct.
sort of thing. The aluminium ones are going to be indoors.
Of course.
Yeah.
So they're meant for different solutions altogether, and we've got a range for each of them. I'm assuming.
Absolutely, yeah.
What do you know if we offer? Oh, yeah, as the slide says, up to 630 amp for GRP and
Yeah.
stainless steel.
Stainless steel.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing about Lewden range is that we do cater for almost every environment, whether it's hazardous or small industrial. We've got the isolators to meet that requirement.
Brilliant. There's one question. I think we had a case recently on this one. So So the person's asking if we send or sell spare handles or glands for these if they get damaged.
Yeah.
Well,
I did. Yeah, I have that.
You've had an experience.
Sometimes on site these things happen. Either the handle gets knocked, or something gets driven into it. I hope not, but these things happen. But yes, absolutely, a door handle can be replaced. We've got spares of those. We can sell those. Not a problem. They can be sent out to site. Not a problem.
I'm not to blow our own trumpet, but I think we sent one customer a free gland as they might have lost it in installation, stuff like that.
It's part of customer care as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we look after our own.
Yeah,
certainly we do. Well, I think the last one I'd like to take on this is in reference to lead time. So Mr. Clark is asking if they need a bunch of GRP isolators, what would be the typical lead time?
Don't tell me that's Clark Electrical. They use a lot of the isolating switches. Is that Clark Electrical?
No, I'm not sure because this does not say the company organization.
Because they're very strict on their safety. So that's why it just rang a bell when I've seen that. So the question was, sorry, when you said Clark.
The question is if they want to say order a bunch of GRP isolators for the side job, what's the lead time? Yes.
Yeah.
So we carry a good range of stock across the range within our branch as it is. So if you're asking for a reasonable size, maybe 3 or 4, within 3 to 4 days.
Yeah.
Or
So
4 to 5 to be safe.
Components.
Everything is in stock.
Yeah.
But for recently, I've had one for 40. That would take then 4 to 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's all about the makeup time. Obviously, we have all the components
and the quantity required.
And the quantity required. Yeah. It takes time, doesn't it?
Correct.
So, yeah, as long as we've got advanced knowledge of these bigger projects, not a problem.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Is that help?
Yeah, I think this is a good time to kind of get back into it. I know we segued into questions and we did give it a lot of time. We'll get back to the section and then we'll come back to the rest of the questions later.
Yeah, fab.
Brilliant. So fire-rated isolators, life safety systems are where shortcuts kill. And our fire-rated isolators are certified at EN 12101-3. And that basically means that they are tested up to 400 degrees for 120 minutes.
Exactly. And they've got high-vis handles, so in emergency, you can spot them from across the room.
Of course, these are not optional extras. They are critical in spec for smoke extractive systems.
Yeah, absolutely. Safety first, isn't it? Okay, so switch fuses and switch disconnectors. So this is when you need protection plus isolation. Your fused switch disconnectors are the answer. They come in mild steel up to 125 amp.
Yep.
And then in the GRP and stainless steel, they are up to 630 amp.
And this is why contractors like them, because it's fewer boxes to install, saves time, and it keeps it tidy.
And wholesalers like them because it's a simpler upsell. 2 jobs in one.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk installer priorities. Full current ratings range, spacious enclosures, high IP, IK ratings.
And don't forget, it's padlockable handles and interlocked doors. Got how to talk then. Every installer I talk to wants reassurance about lock-off procedures.
Exactly, because lock-offs is what keeps sparks safe when they're knee-deep in the plant.
Yeah, knee-deep in the dust, oil and everything else they're calling through, eh?
Just on, right, so do our fuse switch disconnectors come with fuses or do we have to send them or sell them separately?
Oh no, they all come with them. They're all included. Obviously, we do have a couple of ranges that have multiple fuses in them. But at the end of the day, wholesalers sell fuses as well. But yeah, ours definitely 100% come with them.
They go with the fuses. Brilliant.
Yeah.
I think that was that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Move on.
Quick one in that.
Okay, fine. Now I know that we've talked through a lot of products here, so we have got a cheat sheet for you. Don't worry. It's a quick selection guide. So it basically covers that your outdoor fans, you would go technopolymer. Your washdown units, you would go aluminium. For those big incomers, it would be GRP or stainless steel. And for that smoke controller, you go for the fire rated.
Yeah, and of course, Hazel, if you need both protection and isolation, go fused.
It's kind of basically like picking a meal deal, isn't it? So you know what you need, and the guide's there to make it easy.
Hazel, hopefully less expensive than a meal deal these days.
Well, you and I are both on the road all the time. We know.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I can't even drive.
Well, that's our full tour, guys, on questions and answers now. Fire up questions at us, whether it's about regs, stock or site fit.
Got us.
That's
And
fine.
of course, we're going to follow up with those data sheets, that real important cheat sheet and product links so that you can grab what you need.
Correct. And guys, isolation isn't glamorous, but it's what keeps everybody safe, keeps jobs moving, keeps you in work. And Lewden's range, it's built exactly for that.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. So I'm just going to give it a good 30 seconds. We're going to have a moment of awkward silence. I'll try and fill it with something, but I'm just going to wait for anyone who has any specific questions on stock or availability or anything else. Ooh, yes, O'Brien, it is again. Lovely. We have him asking if he or she, I'm sorry, can replace a standard isolator with a fused one without redoing the actual enclosure.
That's a good question.
It is, yeah.
No, would be the answer. But again, the advantage about having a custom built department is if someone finds it difficult and it's too costly to change it over, we could probably have a look at it from a custom build side, but it's something we would have to look at.
Yeah.
But the answer is no.
Yeah, it's normally a chain. Like,
Is it simply because the switches are different sizes in different
Correct.
enclosures?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, you would have to change out the inside.
there's a lot of rewiring and changing that you would have to do as well.
It's best for them to send it back so we can look into it. A quality department actually looks into the fault if it goes down south. But most of the times that is not the case. But if they do, we've got excellent customer care in place to actually cover that. And bear in mind, I've seen Sam and Hazel actually be in touch in the loop with all the contractors, all the installers who actually go around and about, and they actually help them liaise with our technical department in case you can't get through directly with them.
Absolutely.
So be rest assured that if anything goes down south, our customer care team, also the salesperson who was actually involved initially in the sale, is there to support you. Right. Another question we've got is the selection guide or cheat sheet available as a downloadable sheet? Will it be sent as any marketing material? Unfortunately, at the minute, right away, no. But after the session, we will definitely send it to you because I have disabled chat. I can only post text in the Q&A section. However, I will be sending this recording. It will be available for download. The links to the downloadable brochure for the selection of isolator switches and switch fuses is going to be available.
Yeah.
So we're going to be good with that. Do not worry. Another question. Oh, this is a good one, and I think you might want to jump on to this one. I don't know who's actually going to jump on, but they're asking who should they contact if they want. I'm not even finished. Who should they contact if they want a rep visit? So both of you would say.
It would be either one of us. Obviously, yeah, get in touch with us. Obviously, we can find out who your local rep is. If it's someone that needs to come to the wholesaler, go to the wholesaler that's stocking our products. Now, we have actually also got a installer day on the 6th of November, where we have got basically an open house. Come and visit, so you can come and have a look around the warehouse. We've got all of our products on display, so it doesn't just have to be isolated switches. It can be everything that Lewden does, from your EV up to your consumer units as well.
Come and grab a breakfast or lunch. I know I'm going to be here for both of them.
Yeah.
This
No
is
more
your
meal deals.
opportunity to come and see us, see what we do here. Love to show you the custom build division. You've got the technical department. They're great to have a chat to. Meet the staff, see the products, and obviously breakfast and lunch, and to meet Hazel and I afterwards.
Brilliant. I think I can take this one. So Billy is asking if we do provide any training or CPD on isolation gear. So Billy, as a part of our principles, fundamentals, if you want to say it as like that. So if you can see the pyramid behind Hazel, I think it's a bit glary, but I'll read it out for you. The foundation says that we've got three major principles, which is trustworthiness and reliability, not just on the team, on our product and everything we do overall. So as we take it upon ourselves to kind of support the installer community at every stage, we do offer trainings. We offer them under Lewden Academy on our website. It's not just an isolation gear. We've got individual trainings on different subjects. We've got 13 odd courses on there. This is in conjunction with Sam's mate. Sam, do you want to actually?
Yeah, well, we use a third-party company called the eFix to do the accredited courses, the CP training. We've got about 13 courses on there. And it seems to be a necessity today that the NIC are really pushing the contractors to educate and build up the knowledge of their staff. And it's a great investment to have a look at our web pages. It's done, as I said, by eFix, 13 courses on it. And if your guys pass that, and they have to pass it, they do get an accredited certificate, which will get sent immediately to them.
Absolutely, and it is on a page in our catalogue as well, for those of you that haven't got it.
And we'll send those details out if you're asking for them as well.
Absolutely.
Lovely. So I think we've taken questions. I'm not sure if there are any more questions coming in. I'm just going to give it another couple of slides. Oh, I'm so sorry for everyone who was viewing. I did not change the slide to Q&A. Apologies for me, from me. So I'm just going to give it another minute and see. I think we have one more question. Yes, Billy. I'm sorry, I'm going to take this one as well. So, by the way, just so you know, the question reads, if there is a chance of seeing a behind the scenes on how the products are tested. So, yes, Billy, we do have a testing facility on site in Braintree in Essex, in the UK at Lewden headquarters. However, we have an extended rigorous testing laboratory in our sister company's headquarters in Italy. We are proud to mention that we recently ran a competition and took 5 installers from the UK installer community to Italy on a 3-day fully paid trip where they actually got to visit and explore all the range of the Palazzoli products. And also they had a special session with our lab technician and expert on glow wire tests, IP and IK tests and stuff like that. It was a wonderful experience as we get along. I would like to recommend you to actually go on to Lewden social media to see their testimonials, to see their trip highlights. I think you'll enjoy, and hopefully we'll have you next year on one of those competitions. So watch out for that space, and we'll keep you posted.
Thank you.
Final question. Hazel, you must be able to answer that. What's the best seller across wholesalers? Is it the plastic enclosures or
in terms
metal?
of the products?
Yeah.
I mean, that always depends on so basically what the wholesaler customer base is. So, you know, for wholesalers that are mainly dealing with domestic or light industrial, it will probably be the technopolymer or the aluminium products. For those contractors that are
all industrial projects, bigger projects.
So in all the more industrial, that would be your GRP, stainless steel.
Heavy plants.
Okay. Lovely. So I think that's that. I don't think we would like to, if we have any more questions coming in, okay. No worries. We're always here to help, Billy. Sean, I've seen you just come in. John is just come in. Well, unfortunately, hello, first of all, Sean and John. We have just finished running through our slides and the ranges. However, there is one more question. Oh, it's not a question. I'm sorry. So I was just addressing John and Sean. We've just completed going through our range. What I was going to mention was, since you are here, and if you have any questions specifically or any cases you would like to ask, you may fire, because we've got our salesmen over here, Sam and Hazel. Again, you can ask them, or because we're now just about to end the webinar, you can drop us an email to Sam or Hazel and follow up on the recording that will be shared with you, because you have registered with us and we understand that you've dedicated some time, but unfortunately that's all from today.
We're done.
We're done. Thank you so much. Take care. We shall see you off the webinar in our sales inbox.
Okay.
Guys.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Thank you
Take
guys.
care.
Bye-bye.